Hello and welcome to the Wise Up Show here, this Wednesday night edition, July 10th, 2024, here in northern New Jersey. Good to see you, and it is truly summer. It is hot, humid, steamy, and sultry. And let me tell you something, if you live in northern New Jersey, you could probably live anywhere in the United States because we get all types of climates. Tonight I'm going to take you down memory lane. I'm going to take you back to the 80s. And I can't believe that it's 44 years already. 44 years. Where to go to? It seems like yesterday. I'm going to show you a video. You're going to reminisce. You're going to have fun. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to remember some things. Some of the things you've probably forgotten about because it's been so long. A lot of these things we can't use anymore because time has moved forward. Technology has moved forward, so there's no use for it anymore. But some of these things will probably put a smile on your face. Hopefully they won't make you sad, but it's fun reminiscing. But something I want to say is that I was thinking about this, that when you were living through the 80s at that time, at that point in time, you weren't thinking, or the thought never crossed your mind, that this would be a memory in the future. People don't normally think that way. But it is. And what you're living through right now, today, right now, this very moment, will be a memory 10 years from now, 20 years from now. But like I said, people don't normally think that way. But anyway, I got a great video lined up for you, and I'm glad you all could join me. Let me do a quick roll call. Who's here? Benny is here. And Andy is here. I'm yelling. All right, let me just see if... Okay. All right. How is that? I know I'm getting all excited, Getting all excited. All right. So very quickly, real quickly, I want to get your opinion. Now, before I do the show, I normally don't talk about politics. I normally don't talk about politics, but I got to ask you a question. Do you think, now I mean no disrespect to anybody, okay? Do you think that Biden is all there? Do you think that he's all there, that he can function as a president after watching that debate? First of all, let me just say that a cold does not do that to you. A cold does not do that to you. There is something very wrong with him. All right, that's my opinion. And my personal opinion is, I think that he should drop out. But he's very stubborn, and I don't think he is. Or maybe he will. Who knows? Who knows? But in any event, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It looks good for Trump, but it doesn't look good for him at all. There's something definitely wrong with him. All right. Now I'm going to take you back. You know what? Benny is saying he looked lost in that debate, and he embarrassed the country. He did. We look so bad. We look so bad. Other countries are laughing at us. They're saying, what a buffoon we have for a leader. We have just gone downhill. We really have. We've really gone downhill. And we need somebody strong in the White House. And you know who that is. We need somebody strong there. He is not fit to run the country. And you know what scares me? What scares me is he has all the codes to all the nuclear missiles. I can just see him getting up in the middle of the night and pressing buttons. Oh my God, I don't even want to think about that. But yeah, he has all the codes to the nuclear. To be honest with you, I don't think he'll remember them anyway. It's crazy. All right, enough of politics. I just wanted to bring that up very quickly. In future shows, I'm going to cover current events in the beginning of the show, and then I'm going to go into the show. Current events are kind of important. What's going on, around the United States, what's going around the world. So I'm going to be doing that. Yeah, I agree with you. He embarrassed us, Benny. He really did. By the way, how you been, Benny? It's been a while. Andy, I don't know if you've ever been in my show. Your name sounds familiar. Maybe you have, and I just don't remember. I've been so inconsistent with shows because I've been ill. I haven't really been doing them, and I'm forgetting. But what I wanted to say was that some of the things that are in this video, one of the fond memories that come to mind is Blockbuster Video, when, VCRs were popular, and going to Blockbuster and picking out a movie on a Friday night or a Saturday night, and then going home and having some snacks and sitting on the couch. I kind of miss that. That's a fond memory. But, those days are gone now. Now we have streaming. We have Netflix and a whole bunch of other things. But that's one of the fun. I mean, I have many fond memories, but that's one special fond memory, was going to Blockbuster, and on a Friday night or a Saturday night. Well, Saturday night was generally crowded, and picking out one or two movies and hoping that the movie that I wanted was not rented out. That was another thing. But those were fun days. All right, so now let me show you the video, and let's reminisce and go back to the 80s together.
We got a better idea. I've got to... We'll page you.
What a total sound sensation. Get yourself wired for sound with the Telmac Walkabout Stereo cassette player.
The 1980s in the USA were a time of big hair, neon colors, and exciting new technologies. But many things from that era have vanished from our daily lives. So do you remember those days when you headed to the video rental store to pick out the latest movie on a VHS tape? Or the convenience of using payphones to make calls while out and about? We used to record our favorite songs of the radio onto cassette tapes and watch network TV shows at specific times. Smoking on airplanes was once allowed, and pagers were how we stayed connected before cell phones took over. And who could forget the struggle of carrying physical maps or printing directions before GPS? So join us as we take a trip down memory lane to explore 20 things of the 1980s we can no longer do. Number 1. Going to video rental stores. In the 80s, going to video rental stores was a big part of people's entertainment routine. These stores were filled with rows of VHS tapes showcasing the latest movies and TV shows. Families and friends would browse the shelves, selecting their favorite films to rent for a movie night. However, with the rise of streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime Video, the era of video rental stores has primarily ended. Now, instead of heading out to a store, people can stream movies and TV shows directly from their devices at home. This shift in technology and consumer behavior has made video rental stores obsolete, as the convenience and accessibility of streaming services offer a more comprehensive selection and instant gratification without the need to visit a store physically. Number 2. Using payphones. Back then, payphones were common on city streets and public places. People relied on them to make phone calls while away from home or the office. Nevertheless, the need for payphones has dramatically declined with the advent of cell phones. Nowadays, almost everyone carries a cell phone, making it easy to stay connected wherever they go. As a result, public payphones have become obsolete and are rarely seen anymore. Many payphone booths have been removed or repurposed into other things like advertising kiosk or Wi-Fi hotspots. The convenience and accessibility of cell phones have rendered payphones unnecessary, leading to their decline. While there may still be a few scattered around, the days of depending on payphones for communications are long gone, replaced by the convenience of mobile devices that fit into our pockets. Payphones have become a memory, but do you remember how music lovers recorded songs from the radio onto cassette tapes? Number 3. Recording songs from the radio onto cassette tapes. Recording songs from the radio onto cassette tapes was a popular way for music lovers to create mixtapes. People would eagerly wait for their favorite songs to come on the radio, then quickly hit that record button on their cassette player to capture the music. This practice has become obsolete with digital music and streaming services. Nowadays, music enthusiasts have access to vast libraries of songs through platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. With just a few clicks, they can create playlists tailored to their preferences without using cassette tapes or radio recordings. The convenience and accessibility of digital music have rendered the practice of recording songs to the radio a nostalgic relic of the past. While some may fondly remember the thrill of curating their mixtapes, the ease of streaming has transformed how we consume and share music in the modern age. Number 4. Watching network TV for specific showtimes. In the 80s, watching network TV for specific showtimes was common. Families and individuals would gather around their television sets at a designated time to catch their favorite shows as they aired. Nevertheless, this practice has become less familiar with the rise of on-demand streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney+. Nowadays, people can watch their favorite shows whenever they want without being constrained by network schedules. Streaming platforms offer entire seasons of shows at once, allowing viewers to binge watch at their own pace. Additionally, services like DVR have made it possible to record and watch shows later, reducing the need to adhere to specific broadcast times. Consequently, the traditional model of network TV scheduling has mainly been supplanted by the convenience and flexibility of on-demand streaming, changing how we consume television in the modern era. But how is the practice of smoking on airplanes considered then and now? Number 5. Smoking on airplanes. Back then, smoking on airplanes was a common practice, with designated smoking sections on many flights. However, due to growing awareness of health risk associated with secondhand smoke and the desire for cleaner air in aircraft cabins, smoking on airplanes has been banned on both domestic and international flights. The ban on in-flight smoking was gradually implemented throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, with many airlines adopting smoke-free policies to protect the health and comfort of passengers and crew. Today, smoking on airplanes is strictly prohibited by aviation regulations around the world. Passengers who violate the smoking ban may face fines or even criminal charges. As a result, the experience of flying has become much more pleasant for non-smokers, who no longer have to endure the discomfort and health hazards of being exposed to secondhand smoke during air travel. Number 6. Using a pager. Pagers were widespread communication, especially for professionals who needed to stay connected while on the go. Pagers, or beepers, were small devices that could receive numeric messages or phone numbers, prompting the user to call back. They were commonly used by doctors, emergency personnel, and business professionals who needed to always be reachable. However, with the widespread adoption of cell phones in the 1990s and early 2000s, the use of pagers declined significantly. Cell phones offer more functionality, allowing users to make calls, send text messages, and receive notifications. Additionally, advancements in mobile technology made it possible for cell phones to provide more reliable and instant communication compared to pagers. Now, pagers have primarily become obsolete, replaced by the convenience and versatility of cell phones for staying connected while on the move. With the memories of pagers still in our hearts, who could forget playing arcade games at the mall, serving as a nostalgic memory for many? Number 7. Playing arcade games at the mall. In the 80s, playing arcade games at the mall was famous for many people, especially teenagers and young adults. Arcades were filled with rows of colorful and noisy machines, offering a variety of games from classics like Pac-Man and Space Invaders to newer titles like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Nonetheless, the prevalence of arcades has significantly declined since their heyday in the 1980s. One reason for this decline is the rise of home gaming consoles, such as the Nintendo Entertainment System and later PlayStation and Xbox series. These consoles brought arcade-quality gaming experiences into people's homes, making it less necessary to visit arcades. Additionally, the increasing popularity of online and mobile gaming has further contributed to the decline of arcades. Although some arcades still exist, they are not as prevalent as they once were, and the experience of playing arcade games at the mall has become a nostalgic memory for many. Number 8. Carrying physical maps or printing directions. Navigating unfamiliar roads often meant carrying physical maps or printing out directions from a computer. People relied on atlases, road maps, and printed directions to find their way around cities and towns. The need for physical maps is diminished with the advent of GPS technology and digital maps on smartphones. GPS devices and mapping apps like Google Maps and Apple Maps provide turn-by-turn directions, real-time traffic updates, and alternate routes, making navigation more accessible and convenient. These digital mapping tools offer features like voice-guided navigation and points of interest, further enhancing the user experience. As a result, carrying physical maps or printing directions has become obsolete for most people. The accessibility and accuracy of GPS and digital maps have revolutionized how we navigate, allowing us to travel confidently and efficiently without the hassle of dealing with paper maps. Number 9. Dial-up Internet. Back then, dial-up internet was the primary means of accessing the World Wide Web from home. Users would connect to the internet using a modem and a telephone line, resulting in that distinctive series of beeps and whirs as the connection was established. However, dial-up internet speeds were notoriously slow, with average download speeds ranging from 28.8 to 56 kilobits per second. Loading web pages, downloading file, and streaming media were often painstakingly slow processes. However, the landscape of internet connectivity changed dramatically with the advent of broadband and fiber optic internet connections. These high-speed internet technologies offer significantly faster download and upload speeds, ranging from megabits per second to gigabits per second. As a result, dial-up internet has become obsolete, unable to compete with the blazing fast speeds and reliability of broadband and fiber connections. Today, dial-up internet is a relic of the past, remembered fondly by those who endured the agonizingly slow load times of the early web. But not to forget, checking books out of the library using a card catalog was a very common practice back then. Do you remember it? Number 10. Checking books out of the library using a card catalog. Checking books out of the library involved using a card catalog, a system of organizing and locating books using index cards stored in drawers. Each card contained information about a specific book, including its title, author, and call number, which indicated its location in the library. Users would search the card catalog for books on a particular topic or by a specific author, then use the information on the card to locate the book on the library shelves. However, with the advent of digital technology, physical card catalogs have been replaced mainly by online library catalogs and databases. These digital systems allow users to search for books, journals, and other materials using keywords, titles, or authors from any internet-connected device. The transition to digital catalogs has made it easier and more efficient for library patrons to find and access the resources they need, eliminating the need to search through index card drawers manually. Nowadays, the days of flipping through the card catalog are a thing of the past, as libraries embrace digital tools to streamline the search process for users. Number 11. Watching movies on Laserdisc. Watching movies on Laserdisc was considered cutting-edge technology. Laserdiscs were large optical discs that could store movies and other video content, offering better picture and sound quality than VHS tapes. Despite their advantages, Laserdiscs never achieved widespread popularity due to their high cost and the emergence of competing formats like VHS. With the advent of DVDs, Blu-rays, and digital downloads in the 2000s, Laserdiscs quickly became obsolete. These newer formats offered smaller physical sizes, greater storage capacity, and improved picture and sound quality, making them more convenient and appealing to consumers. Also, streaming services like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video have further diminished the demand for physical media, as people increasingly prefer the convenience of digitally accessing movies and TV shows. Resultantly, watching movies on Laserdisc is now a relic of the past, remembered fondly by collectors and enthusiasts of vintage technology. Number 12. Using typewriters for typing documents. In the 1980s, using typewriters to type documents was common in offices, schools, and homes. Typewriters were mechanical devices that allowed users to type letters, reports, and other documents onto paper. Each keystroke would physically imprint a character onto the paper, creating a permanent record of the text. However, with the advent of computers and word processing software, typewriters have mainly been replaced. Computers offer more advanced features and functionalities, such as spell check, formatting options, and editing and revising documents efficiently. Word processing software allows users to save and share documents electronically, eliminating the need for physical copies. The transition from typewriters to computers has made document creation faster, easier, and more efficient, leading to the decline of typewriters in favor of modern technology. The era of typewriters might be gone, but listening to music on a Walkman still holds an immense nostalgia for many. Number 13. Listening to music on Walkman. During the 1980s, listening to music on Walkmans was ubiquitous, with people sporting these iconic portable cassette players while on the go. Walkman revolutionized how we enjoyed music by allowing us to take our favorite tunes wherever we went. Nevertheless, the rise of portable digital music players and smartphones has rendered the Walkman largely obsolete. Devices like iPod and later smartphones offer greater storage capacity, better sound quality, and the ability to organize and access vast music libraries easily. Digital music formats like MP3 made it possible to store and carry thousands of songs in a pocket-sized device, eliminating the need for bulky cassette tapes. Now, Walkmans have become a relic of the past, remembered fondly by those who grew up with them, but primarily replaced by the convenience and versatility of modern portable music players and smartphones. Number 14. Taking pictures with film cameras. Taking pictures with film cameras was the norm, with people using 35mm film rolls to capture memories. Film cameras required users to manually adjust settings like focus, aperture, and shutter speed, and each roll of film could typically capture around 24 to 36 exposures. However, with digital cameras and smartphones equipped with high-quality cameras, film cameras have been replaced mainly for everyday photography. Digital cameras offer instant previews and the ability to store hundreds or even thousands of photos on a single memory card, eliminating the need to carry multiple rolls of film. Smartphones have become increasingly popular for photography, offering convenience, portability, and the ability to share photos on social media instantly. While film photography still has its enthusiast and artistic appeal, the widespread adoption of digital technology has made film cameras less practical for everyday use, marking a significant shift in how we capture and share moments. Taking pictures with film cameras saw a shift, but what about the change those lead gasoline-powered cars and trucks worldwide faced? Number 15. Using leaded gasoline. Leaded gasoline was commonplace, powering cars and trucks worldwide. It contained tetryl lead, added to improve engine performance and prevent knocking. Concern about lead emissions' environmental and health hazards led to the phase-out of leaded gasoline. Lead is a potent neurotoxin that can cause serious health problems, especially in children, affecting brain development and cognitive function. Additionally, lead emissions from vehicles contribute to air pollution and environmental contamination. Many countries began phasing out leaded gasoline in the 1980s and 1990s, transitioning to unleaded gas and alternative fuels. Now, leaded gasoline has been largely eliminated from the market, replaced by unleaded gasoline and cleaner, more sustainable fuel options like ethanol and biodiesel. The phase-out of leaded gasoline marks an important milestone in environmental and public health efforts to reduce pollution and protect human health. Number 16. Watching drive-in movies. Watching movies at drive-in theaters was a popular and nostalgic pastime for many families and couples. Drive-in theaters provided a unique outdoor cinema experience, where moviegoers could enjoy films from the comfort of their cars while surrounded by the open air. However, the popularity of drive-in theaters began to decline in the late 20th century due to factors such as the rising costs of land, competition from indoor multiplex cinemas, and advancements in home entertainment technology. The shift towards digital projection technology also posed a financial challenge for many drive-in theaters, as upgrading equipment was often prohibitive. While a few drive-in theaters exist today, they are far less common than in the 1980s. Despite their decline in popularity, drive-in theaters hold a special place in the hearts of movie buffs and nostalgic enthusiasts. However, was not participating in group aerobics classes all the rage in the 80s? Number 17. Participating in group aerobics classes like jazzercise. In the 1980s, participating in group aerobics classes like jazzercise was all the rage. People wore colorful leotards and leg warmers to groove to energetic music while getting a workout. These classes were famous for their fun and social atmosphere and their effectiveness in improving cardiovascular fitness and muscle tone. Over the years, group aerobics classes like jazzercise have declined in popularity, mainly due to the emergence of a wider variety of fitness options. Today, people can access many fitness trends and classes, ranging from high-intensity interval training and CrossFit to yoga and Pilates. Advancements in technology have made it easier for people to work out at home using online fitness programs and workout apps. While group aerobics classes still exist, they're no longer as ubiquitous as in the 1980s, as people have embraced diverse fitness activities to suit their preferences and lifestyles. Number 18. Reading newspapers in print at breakfast. Back then, reading newspapers in print at breakfast was a typical morning ritual for many people. They would sit at the kitchen table with a cup of coffee, flipping through the pages of their local newspaper to catch up on the latest news, sports scores, and community events. However, with the advent of the internet and digital technology, the prevalence of print newspapers has declined significantly. Many people get their news from online sources, such as news websites, social media, and mobile apps. These digital platforms offer instant access to breaking news updates, multimedia content, and interactive features, making them more convenient and accessible than traditional print newspapers. Online news sources often provide personalized content recommendations based on readers' interest and browsing history. As a result, reading newspapers in print at breakfast has become less common, replaced by the convenience and immediacy of digital news consumption. Number 19. Wearing neon spandex in public as casual wear. Wearing neon spandex in public as casual wear was a bold and trendy fashion statement embraced by many. Neon colors, along with tight-fitting spandex material, epitomized the vibrant and energetic style of the decade. People often pair neon spandex leggings or bike shorts with oversized sweatshirts or crop tops, creating eye-catching ensembles that turn heads everywhere they go. As fashion trends evolved over the years, the popularity of neon spandex as everyday attire waned. Today, fashion trends tend to favor more understated and minimalist styles, with neutral colors and looser silhouettes dominating the fashion scene. Neon and spandex may occasionally come back on fashion runways or theme parties, but they're no longer considered mainstream casual wear. The legacy of neon spandex is a nostalgic symbol of the vibrant and colorful fashion trends of the 80s, cherished by those who fondly remember the era of bold fashion choices. And number 20, using floppy disk for computer storage. In the 1980s, floppy disks were the norm for computer storage, with these iconic square disks serving as the primary means of storing and transferring digital data. Floppy disk came in various sizes, including the 5.25-inch and later the more compact 3.5-inch disks. They were used to store files, programs, and other digital content. Nevertheless, as technology advanced, the limitations of floppy disks became increasingly apparent. With their limited storage capacity and susceptibility to damage from magnetic fields and physical wear, floppy disks were gradually replaced by more efficient storage solutions. Modern storage options like USB flash drives and cloud services offer significantly larger storage capacity, faster data transfer speeds, and excellent reliability than floppy disks. USB drives and cloud storage allow easy access to files from any device with an internet connection, making them more convenient and versatile for today's digital needs. Consequently, the era of using floppy disks for computer storage has ended, and the convenience and efficiency of modern storage technologies have replaced it.
Benny, if you're still with me in the parlor, that was one of my thorns in my side, was printing out MapQuest. Printing out directions, and the other thing was dial-up internet. Oh my God, it was so brutal back then. But you see what has changed in 44 years. We lost almost everything there, everything, as we advanced. Now they're just a memory. I mean, smoking on the plane, what else? The Walkman, just everything. And just, you forget about these things. But it was an interesting video, and it takes you back to another time that we lived through. Well, a lot of us lived through. Maybe some of you didn't live through it who was watching this, but the 80s, to me, I think that was a pretty good decade. I think it was. Technology was starting to evolve rapidly and change things. I do miss, like I said, going to Blockbuster Video and picking out the videos. I don't miss rewinding the tape and bringing it back and getting charged the late charge. You know, it's so convenient now with Netflix. And they laughed at Netflix. They laughed at Netflix when Netflix started, you know, and now it's successful, and streaming is the way to go. You know, you're in the comfort of your home. You got a movie within seconds, rather than go out racing gas and go through the aisles and wait in line. You know, that's changed. You know, but and the typewriter, right? Nobody uses a typewriter. Everything's done on the computer. Internet is fast now. The speed is fast. So we lost a lot, and it's hard to believe, like I said, that it's 44 years already. You know, and who knows what the future will hold for us. Nobody knows. But, you know, I'm sure some of those things, you know, jog your memory a little bit. Some of those things you've forgotten about. You know, some of those things maybe put a smile on your face, or maybe, you know, hopefully they didn't make you sad. But all those things that have changed are for the better. You know, we rely on our phones. Our phone is the lifeline. It's a mini computer. You know, just like that guy was sitting at the table. You know, you used to read your morning paper. Now we go to our phones. We go to either Facebook, we go to the internet, we look at the news, you know, and it's right there, you know. And paper, you know, the newspapers have gotten to be so expensive. You know, I haven't read a newspaper, I can't tell you how long. Because the first thing that I do when I get up is make my coffee, and then I look at my phone. I check Facebook, I check Instagram, I check my text messages, and that's it. It becomes a routine. You know, leave your phone home, you're lost. You know, you're really lost without your phone. It's like the bloodline. You know, your phone numbers are in there. Nobody memorizes phone numbers anymore. Who memorizes phone numbers? Last time I memorized a phone number was like 15 years ago. You know, nobody does that. And the other thing too is when they talked about film cameras, which were of course popular back then. Today, you know, we use digital cameras on our phones, and nobody really goes and has those those photos printed, you know, unless it's a special photo, you know, to them. But other than that, people usually store their photos on their phone, or they'll send it up to iCloud, you know. But the days of photo albums are really basically gone. And like I just said, they'll go and have, you know, photos printed, but it has to be a special photo. You know? But for the most part, people just store them on their phone or in iCloud, you know. People have a couple thousand photos on their phone. So that's changed, you know. And of course, you know, you take a photo on your phone and it's instantaneously. Back in the day, this is going back to the 60s now, they had the Polaroid camera where you took a picture and it, you know, printed right out. That was the only thing. You know. But other than that, like I said, everything has changed. Everything has changed. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you did some reminiscing. I hope you put a smile on your face a little bit. I hope it didn't, like I said, I hope it didn't make you sad. And I wanted to take it back. I think the next show I'm going to do maybe will be the 70s. And somebody had mentioned today I made a comment on one of my posts that I should have done the 60s. I guess they were talking about because of the age. Yeah, but you know, a lot of people can't relate to well, maybe some people can relate to the 60s. That was a whole different era. You know, 60s, 70s, 80s. The 70s was good. The 80s were good. The 90s, they were okay. Now, today, the country this world is so screwed up. But anyway, okay. I am going to say good evening. I want to thank everyone for joining me on the live and who comes in and watches the replay. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I will see you soon. Stay well, God bless and take care.